Good morning. It's Monday morning and I am having a hard time waking up. I couldn't fall asleep last night because I've been up to my old tricks where I've been drinking coffee too late and with a bunch of heavy cream. And my wife looked at me last night and she's like, I can't remember why she said it, but she's like, oh, it's because I was like, man, my shoulders are hurting. My joints are hurting. I'm getting tired of this. And she's like, you went through a whole thing of cream like in 2 days. And I was like, yeah, I know. Like I said on a video previously, I've been struggling with running to coffee, and having cream in it was good. And there's been times in my life that I've been good at self-discipline, and times that I've not been. I've struggled with it, obviously, but going on a diet for a long time and finding some health in your life and then watching things creep back in, part of me is like, I just need to cut it out. Other part of me is like, well, you worked hard and it's not that big of a deal. Don't beat yourself and get rid of all your freedoms, and I started thinking that I've earned some freedoms. But man, there's been a lot of stress at my work lately, and a lot of it's stuff that I can't fix, but people think I'm supposed to. What I decided to do is do a 72-hour fast. So I ate dinner last night at 5 o'clock. Well, let's say 5:30 is the moment you're not eating, you're fasting. And I had a cup of coffee right after dinner, so it'll be out 5:30. I drink it pretty quick. And I'm gonna see what happens. I did get one of these Keto Mojo things, and I opened it up and I tried one of them the other day, and it was like 0.2, which is like no ketones. That's the first time I've ever checked my ketones with one of these things. But I thought, because I've had it in the back of my mind that I was going to try fasting, so I'm going to try fasting and just take this maybe once, twice a day, I don't know, and just see how I go. My wife doesn't even know I'm doing it right now, so am I doing this as a spiritual exercise? Kind of. Trying to see if I could get some wisdom and some relief from some of the stress at work. When it comes to the coffee, I keep going back and forth. Oh, you should have just stopped coffee immediately, because if you do that, you're gonna die. The headaches might get bad. My one little contingency plan is I do have some caffeine pills, so I'm gonna try not to drink coffee. I'm not even gonna go to coffee today, not even have black coffee. I might have a salted cup of hot water, salt some hot water. But other than that, I'm not going to have the coffee. And if I get a giant headache today, tomorrow, the next day, I'll just take one of those caffeine pills, which is not, it's not perfect, not a perfect solution. But if you've ever had caffeine headaches before, it makes it kind of hard to function. That's why I've kind of actually waited till right now, too, to even put myself in that situation, because this should be a lighter work week for me the next 3 days. Well, I want to go hunting too, so we'll see. I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like suffering. I don't like beating my body into submission potentially for no reason. But I've got some reasons for this. I got some reasons. I need some clarity on things I need to do at work. I'm tired of my shoulders and my wrists hurting, and if it means I have to give up coffee or cream, I'm going to do it. If it means I have to give up caffeine completely, I'm going to do it, but that's going to be a little bit slow. That's going to be slower. Just, at least here with a few days, and we'll see. Because I gave up coffee last year, and I felt pretty good for a while. But then the best thing about giving up coffee is drinking coffee again. Coffee doesn't bother me. Like, the thought of drinking coffee, is it wrong? It's only wrong if it's causing me this pain, because it's not worth it. Man, my birds are going crazy. All right, let me check my ketones, and I'm gonna go for a walk. And I hate poking myself. And these ketone strips are weird too. My birds are going crazy because the sun came up. Dude, how's anyone supposed to do this? Let's see. There's probably nothing. What? I have too many calluses on my hands. I can barely get myself over the bleed. I did it! Low. Alright, I don't know what that means. Okay. Well, I'll just check another time and we'll see where we are. And Let's say wish me luck. I don't really believe in luck, but let's see how I do. Probably turn into a whiny mess before you know it. We'll see in a little while. Thought I'd just hop back on really fast. I just went for a walk for my workout, and my glucose was 115. What does that mean? Had a bunch of blood on my finger. I was like, I'll try my ketones again because I love just spending money on strips. Okay, see now we got a rating. 0.2. Okay, that might be more accurate. And so I forgot to say one thing earlier. For dinner last night, I had some ground deer with beef fat, and then I had a little bit of red cabbage in it. Not a lot, like maybe a half of a cup worth that was cooked in with it. Why? Because I heard it helps inflammation, but yeah, we'll go with that. Actually, what's really happened is my wife is able to add things back in right now. And so one of the things she added back in was red cabbage. So I was like, do you know what? I'll just make this ground venison with red cabbage for the entire family. And my oldest daughter was like, Dad, this is the first time we all ate the same meal in a long, long time. I was like, yeah, it is. All right. Well, let's see where we go. I feel like my blood glucose runs high still after... I know I'm in between 575 and 600 days on the carnivore diet. So somewhere in there. So after all this time, I still have glucose. But it's the morning. It was the morning and I just went for a walk. So we'll see if anything changes. And I found the exact spot to prick my finger to make big blood. Big blood. And make me big sad. When the moon hits your eye. And it's 4:45, that's November. All right, we're here. I think we're 26 hours into the fast. It's the next day, just got done for a walk. My birds are going crazy, I apologize. So I got a giant headache, which is to be expected from not drinking coffee. I was actually drinking quite a bit of coffee before I just quit, but I did end up taking a caffeine pill with like 200 milligrams of caffeine about 3 o'clock yesterday because I had a giant headache, and yeah. And ironically, like I felt better briefly, and then I got another headache. So for some reason I thought I would sleep well last night, but I didn't. I just tossed and turned all night. But I woke up, I feel fine. I feel like I can't sleep because I feel like I have too much energy. But I woke up and, I have energy to do stuff. I'm finally getting hungry. I'm starting to finally feel like my stomach, like being hungry. And it reminded me immediately of people saying like they're having aversions to meat and to steak. Like I'm just getting tired of it. Yeah, stop eating for a while. You'll start thinking, oh yeah, that sounds good. Because I've been kind of bored lately. Just kind of bored with eating, which it just happens sometimes. It's like sometimes it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, this is easy, nothing, and other times like, okay, this is bored, yay, another steak, yay, hamburger, yay. Once you start thinking, oh, I'm gonna fast for a little while, and you don't eat food, you're like, no, now that sounds good, I would love to eat that. So perspective. Let's see if I can check my ketones. Come on, man. So like nothing. So 26 hours of not eating anything. I've had water with salt in it. That's it. So that's it. Interesting. Wonder what my blood sugar's at. Oh, I figured out how to use the machine and not poke myself 12 times. 91. That's good for me. It's 115 yesterday, so 91 blood glucose and very few ketones. So part of this was going to be an experiment, like, being on the carnivore diet almost 600 days. I know I've had to be in ketosis sometimes, but it's not inherent, which I've been learning. And people always say, well, when that you're burning ketones, you'll feel it. And they also say when you fast for a while that you'll get that like moment of euphoria. Yeah, I'm waiting for that because all I got is a moment of headache. I actually feel pretty good right now after that walk, just getting moving. So I'm gonna hit some weights and see how I feel. I'm still having pain in this one wrist, but this other wrist isn't hurting. My shoulder's not hurting as bad. Just that man, I bet it's the cream. I bet it's the cream. It's the dairy just doesn't, casein? I know it's something like that. I feel like that's what gets me. That's what gets me. Bam. And I wanted to be a dairy farmer. I guess I could be a dairy farmer and just not use my own supply. It's so weird. All right, we'll have another check-in eventually. All right, and we're back. We are at over 36, 37, 38 hours. No, hold on. How long is a 72-hour fast? 24? This is bad television. Okay, yeah, so here we are. My brain just stopped working. I'm like, if I'm only at hour 36 of a 72-hour fast. What the heck? How many days is that? Well, I know it's 3 days for a 72-hour fast. I'm at like 60 hours. Obviously, it's affecting me. All right, let's see where I'm at with my ketones and my blood sugar. I was hoping only to poke myself once, but maybe not. Okay, let's see. Not many ketones for fasting 60 hours, I think. I don't know. I've actually never checked my ketones before. This is the first time. You've seen it live here. I definitely am hungry. I'll tell you that much. I bought a couple femur bones for the butcher yesterday, and I got them in the oven making some bone broth. I also bought a whole New York strip, which I'm gonna eat some tonight. Hopefully I don't. Oh, my glucose is 71. There we go. There we go. That's the reason why fasts are good, I think. I never see my blood sugar that low unless I've been fasting. Actually, when I was on that sardine fast, which isn't technically a fast because fasting is when you're not eating, I saw it as low as 75. So this is at 71, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't worked out yet today, so maybe that was the difference. Maybe my glucose is raised after I work out. And, the physiology is complicated and I'm never going to figure it out. But, like anyone that's trying to manage anything, having good information is good for managing. Too much information could probably be overwhelming. And that's why I really haven't got too far in the weeds of my blood sugar and my ketones, because I know that I'm eating a proper human diet. I know I'm eating well. Yesterday I had a giant headache because the lack of caffeine. And again, I took one of those caffeine pills. And part of me is like, someone's going to be disappointed with you. Yeah, probably. Well, it helped my headache. I slept well last night. I'm okay. But I have noticed like my shoulders, they're a little stiff today, but they don't have that inflammation problem. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm pretty sure it's the dairy. But what I'm noticing is that I don't have to eat as much as I think I do and still function. But it's kind of not comfortable to feel hunger and do stuff. I'm still at a hungry phase. I know people that fast for longer times say there comes a point that they're just not hungry anymore. And I've had like moments on and off where I'm not hungry. And it hasn't been egregious, but I'm learning like I like to eat. I like eating. It's enjoyable to me. It's enjoyable to sit down and eat some food. And one of the funniest things that has happened on this is I have not had food in 60 days, over 60 hours. And my wife hasn't noticed. Or if she did, she's just being kind and didn't say anything, because, if you're fasting for spiritual reasons, like you're supposed to kind of hide it. Just so you're not doing it. So people were like, oh, look at me. I'm super disciplined and I'm super fasty man. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to check in one more time before I break my fast with some bone broth. We have parenting class tonight and I'm teaching, and I'm not sure what time we leave, but I think it's around the time to break my fast. And then after that, we usually eat late on Wednesday nights after parenting class, but I'm hoping that my brain functions like I know what 3 days worth of time is tonight when I'm trying to teach people. I should be fine. Right now, my stomach is just growling and gurgling. But I weighed myself every morning, and I was 237 pounds, then I was 236 pounds, then I was 236 pounds. So, and it's like, it was 237.3 and now it's 236.8. I've lost no weight by not eating for almost 3 days already. I'm like, zero weight loss. Okay, it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna go hop on this treadmill and sweat to the oldies, get some weight lifting in, which I've been able to do every day. And yesterday, the weights felt light. Well, they still felt heavy, but they were light compared, because I just felt strong. I had a day where I felt strong. I was like, that's nice when you have a, come on, bird, I'm trying to talk. It's nice when you feel strong, because who wants to feel weak while you're trying to like get stronger? It doesn't make any sense. It's like when you feel strong, when you're trying to get stronger, it's very encouraging. All right, I'll see you guys tonight. I'll probably have my hair done by then, maybe. All right, it's about an hour out from breaking my fast. I'm actually gonna break it with some bone broth a half hour early while I'm driving to this class. I have actually felt very energetic today. I've had lots of energy. It's been quite insane. I'm also quite hungry. Food sounds really good. Like if that bird doesn't stop yapping, it's gonna be some food. Ketones. Down 1. Okay, so that incrementally went up. I would have to do some look back at, the ranges, but I think that's ketosis. Where's my blood sugar? Yes, I got it in one poke. 82. All right, so this is what I have to say. I have to say that I'm metabolically healthy, and that fasting is an amazing tool. It's a good refresh. Just a reminder to be thankful for the food that I have. Be thankful for the food that I have. I hopped on the scale just a minute ago when I got out of the shower, and this morning I was 236, and I've weighed about the same all this fasting, and then I was 234. So I lost a couple pounds today somehow, but I was, breathing out my fat, burning ketones and just in ketosis. And I would suggest a 72-hour fast for anyone. I feel like I could go further. I feel like I could go longer if I needed to, but I'm not going to. I see no need in it. I opened the garage door and they got some light in there, so now they're just going crazy. Let me think about what to say. Maybe giving up everything all at once for fasting was not maybe the best idea, because of the caffeine headaches and all. And taking that caffeine pill was maybe not 100% clean or honest or whatever you want to call it, but I used it as a tool to kind of manage my headaches, and I think I did a good job with that. I am thankful for the ability to have gone this far on this journey, just to even know what fasting is or ketones are or what a blood sugar should be. I don't have all the answers. I'm not an expert, but I know that I'm way more metabolically healthy than I used to be. And I know that I'm way more self-disciplined than I used to be, that I have strength inside of me that I didn't know that I had. I'm able to go days without eating food and still be strong. I actually feel stronger now than I did a few days ago. But that cream, man, that cream is like a weapon formed against me. This morning, I went to my wife and I was like, it's kind of astonishing sometimes the things you don't notice. And she's like, oh, you got a haircut? It's like, no, but I did get a haircut from this morning. But I haven't told her yet. I'll probably tell her in a little bit. She's like, what are you making? I was like, some bone broth. I got some femur bones in here. But I'm not trying to give my wife a hard time. Like, we have a lot going on. And the fact that we don't sit down to eat. Well, we sat down to eat last night and I didn't eat anything. She didn't even think about it. But the fact that I've been making different food for myself essentially for a year and a half, it's like, it's not even a thing anymore. I'm in charge of my dinner or breakfast or lunch or whatever it is at this point. But I'm not sure how this video is going to turn out. I didn't really plan on doing this. I was like, just, hey, let's try this. Yeah, I mean, there's birds going crazy. So, all right, I'm gonna wait another 43 minutes and then start drinking some bone broth. And it's gonna be so good, I know it. So good. Alright. Thanks for watching these Kilby Life videos. Kilby out.